On the previous episode, we spoke about psychological intelligence. We talked about the psychological part of trading. Now we are going to look at the emotional part of trading as well. And we have on our screens mastering emotional intelligence. Okay, so under that, we are looking at self awareness and self regulation. And with that, we have practice mindfulness and self reflection. Practice mindfulness and self reflection. Regularly engage in activities such as meditation or journaling to become more aware of your own emotions, triggers, and thought patterns. Okay, so simply what we have here is you actually, after every trade, you take a playback in your mind. You try to think and see what are the things that you did. Okay, how did your emotion go? Okay, what were you feeling when that trade was going on? And that is when you are demo trading as well. Okay, when you are demo trading, you try to assess that when you are backtesting your strategies. Okay, you think of all these things. These are the things that you try to reminisce about, and then you jot some points about it. It helps you, it guides you, okay, to know yourself, to be aware of yourself. You really have to know, and to be self-aware is to take or to replay and to reminisce on what you did. So now you have to come under the next one. We have develop impulse control. We have develop impulse control. Now it says learn to pause and reflect before reacting impulsively to emotional situations. This can involve techniques such as deep breathing or counting to 10. And now you see when you are on your chart and sometimes you you have those tingling feeling going through your stomach, okay, and something speaks to you or you are prompt to take a drastic measure. Let's say you are in a trade and you are having a drawdown. That drawdown is a probable retest, but in your mind you think maybe it's going to go against you. So while you are in a sell position because of that retest, you think you have to go for a buy. Then you just click. When those impulsiveness comes, you have to think, you have to calculate, know why. What is the reason why you want to change on this? What you know, you have to calm down, get rid of the emotion, okay, and then be rational about things. That is the way out. Okay, you don't just stand up and then act impulsively. I think this is self-explanatory as it is. Okay, now you set goals for personal growth. All right, you set goals for personal growth. You identify areas where you want to improve your emotional intelligence and set specific achievable goals to work towards. Okay, this is self-explanatory, I think. Okay, set goals for personal growth. Identify areas where you want to improve your emotional intelligence and set specific achievable goals to work towards. And this falls under the first two after checking and journaling your emotions, after backtesting your traits and reminiscing on what you went through. Then you set your goals for your personal growth. Okay. Then you learn from your experiences as well. That is the best way, I think. The best way is to learn from your mistakes. Anytime you take a loss in the market, is for you to learn. Then you learn from your mistake. Now you look at this place. You see, learn from your experience. Okay, reflect on past interactions and situations to identify what went well and what could have been handled differently. Use this insight to adjust your behavior and approach in future situations. Nice. I think this is something you can understand. Learn from experience. After taking every trade, after every drawdown, after every mistake you've made in the market, you have to assess and write where you went wrong. Learn about what you didn't know. See, get yourself informed. Then you can correct those mistakes. Every mistake that you correct tends to be a new knowledge for you. So after the market has showed you all your error, what else? After the market has finished showing you all your error and you have worked on yourself, what next? You keep consistent winning. That is what happens. You become a profitable trader. You have to pay attention on this chart. You have to keep an open and keen mind. You have to know how to react to what price is doing, not what you think should be or your emotion. Do you understand? This is something very important. I think this psychological and emotional part is actually 50% of trading itself, if not 70. The rest, your technical analysis and other stuff, are something that will come by experience. This also is something you realize by experience. If you don't learn it now, you will learn it the hard way in years to come. Okay? It's just like a child you tell not to touch fire. Unless they touch the fire, they never know what it is. But we are telling you now, you have to be informed. These are certain things. So if you want to trade, actually, you have to trade with low amount of money. Trade a cent account so that then you can really backtest your emotions and your psyche, and then learn to trust your strategy. Then you can actually see advancement in this. So the next one, we have stay informed and adaptable. Keep up with development in emotional intelligence, research and seek out opportunities for personal and professional growth. Okay, so that is just it. You will be informed, all right? As much as you learn, as much as you pay keen attention to the market, as much as you develop. Okay, one thing about trading is nobody can teach you to have passion for it. Sometimes you come into this uh, uh, trading industry and you come for the passion of it, and you come to make some good money, but then to know that you are right doing it, not just to gamble. You understand? And these things takes time. Over time, the market will let you be acquainted with it. You know some of its tricks and signature, and you have the ultimate faith, you understand, in your strategy. And you'll be able to what? To serve the market just like a sea. Just like how surfers do surf a sea, you'll be able to learn to serve the market that way. Ride it to your own interest and milk from it as much as you can. But then you have to be disciplined to do this. There are set of rules you have to follow. And if you don't follow this set of rules and you don't do these things and you want the quick way upwards, I'm sorry, you'll be preparing yourself to learn the hard way. Okay, so to do these things and to know it now is for you to stay and learn and follow these steps. All right, follow these steps that you have. Is the best way out. After your technicals, you go to your psychological aspect, you come to your emotional aspect, and you keep on evolving, you keep up learning. Okay, you pay attention to what the chart is doing and you react to it as well. But then you master your analysis as well to trust it. Okay, there's not much I can tell you. I can even tell you a whole book about emotional, but then unless you yourself on the chart, you remember yourself and remind yourself with all these things and stay away from emotion of any sort. Any emotional thinking of family downtimes, any other relationship problem outside of the chart, anything else that has to do out of the chart, get rid of it. If you're not feeling like trading, you stay out of trade. Okay, so with the emotional side and the psychological side is something you need to work on seriously to get better at this. Okay, so that's all I can tell you for now. Keep practicing, stay patient, and you will be profitable. Happy trading.